times to match Greg Popovich. We also have the side goal of winning at least 5 NBA championships, which I think is actually going to be pretty easy in 22 years. But that is today's goal. Win that, and then, I mean, win Coach of the Year a few times. But if you know how these challenges go. Usually winning Coach of the Year is super easy, but 22 straight years of making the playoffs. So it should be a lot of fun. As always, I'm going to remind you to leave a like on the video. These longer videos take a long time to create, so I'd appreciate it if you left a like. If you're new and you're subscribing to the channel, we do challenges like this all the time. A few more things I want to promote. I have been super active on Instagram as of recently, and I've never really done anything to promote my Instagram, so the link is always in the description. Go follow. I'm close to 100,000 followers on IG, and if things go as planned, I should be opening up a P.O. box today. And if I did, check the description. It's gonna have the address. Send me stuff, whether it be notes, whether it be whatever you want, and I'm gonna do videos where I'm opening up the stuff from you guys. So link is in the description, or the address in the description, hopefully, if I was successful. And if I wasn't successful, then it'll be ready for the next video. You hear me? So that's all the things I have to promote. Leave a like again, subscribe, Instagram, P.O. Box, and now let's go try to mimic Greg Popovich. And people are gonna be like, Kenny, use the Spurs, it's Greg Popovich. I'm not going to use the Spurs in today's video. So I'm gonna stop in 3, in 2, and in 1. We're running with the Rockets instead. No, we're not. No, we're not. You know why? Because I legit have had the Rockets in the last 3 videos, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's something like that. So I'm running with the Pacers instead. Okay, Indiana, let's go to 22 straight. Let's see, what number pick will we have? If I would have kept the Rockets, I would have got LeBron James. So, should have stuck with the Rockets. Oh my God, I should have stuck with the Rockets. Oh my God, I have the 25th overall pick. Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I did not want to use the same franchise every single time, because then only Rockets fans are gonna love for a whole week on this channel, and I don't like that. I want everybody to get some love every once in a while. So the Pacers is the plan. We have Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton, Clint Capella, Dwight Howard, Trey Burke. This team is bad. But we do have players like Jared Culver who have some good trade value. Who else was young that I saw? Malik Monk may have some good trade value. I don't really know. I'm gonna have to work hard to get this team. Actually, not so much. The goal is just to make the playoffs to start off with. We don't have to win a championship anytime soon. We need to win 5 in 22 years. And thinking of 22 years is a long time. So some of the years will be like, hey, snap fingers and we're going to be done. But it is what it is. So I'm going to fire Nate McMillan. And we're hiring Coach Kenny Beecham. Yes, sir. They don't have a single coach here with dreads, which makes sense. Usually we don't have 50-year-old and plus men with dreads. But this is me. I'm the head coach. And you're like, Kenny, what type of coach will you be? Apparently, a really bad one with good potential. I'm going to be the coach in here for 22 years, so there's room for growth. And I'm kind of doing like a secondary experiment in these videos, trying to figure out how much coaching matters. So I'm an F coach. I'm the worst coach in the history of basketball. How much would that matter? Time to do some rebuilding, though. We have 2 players on our roster making like max money, then the rest are kind of like small contracts, which is cool. I'm curious to see what Chris Middleton. I don't want to trade any of my picks because since this is a longer challenge, I do want to be able to use those. So Chris Middleton and Jared Culver should be a nice pack. Actually, these are the trade offers we get. I was hoping to get like a real bit. Okay, Devin Booker would help us out, but I think in the last long challenge we had Devin Booker, and I prefer again not to do that. But I've never had Jamal Murray in one of these longer challenges. That's a very interesting trade number 13. But the reason I packaged these 2 players together, that's another good trade, because I wanted to like get a young star. De'Aaron Fox kind of fit that, right? This might be a trade we have to do. Thinking about young stars that can be like Trae Young, without a doubt, can be on our team for 15 years. You know, he could be. He'd just be the point guard this entire video. We're giving up a first here, and I don't really want to give up that many picks, but I have to do that. We have Trae Young to be our guy. And again, the goal for these first couple of years is just to make the playoffs. So if I go out of my way and trade for a bunch of younger stars, like I understand Jared Culver's young, but I don't know if he's going to turn into a star. If I go out there and trade for a bunch of younger stars, then these players will grow together, then eventually they'll be good enough to win a championship together. At least that's the thought I have in my mind. But I want to do this without giving up more picks. I already gave up one. I don't want to give up another. So I can actually trade for OG in a pick. That's a deal. That pick may be valuable in a couple years. I don't really know. So OGs are small forward. Klay Thompson's staying on the team for at least this year, but I think his overall is going to start dropping, so I may trade him in the offseason. As much as we do love Klay Thompson around here, because I do, he might get traded in the offseason just because he is older. I'm going to trade for another pick, Malik Monk and Corey Joe. I'm getting a big old contract in Batum back, but I think that pick is going to be valuable eventually. We can just flip him, and for some reason Ivan Rabb is making money, I'll throw a second round pick on top of that, and we may be able to get somebody worth taking. DeAndre Jordan's 32 years old, is making a solid contract. I think I'll pass on that, but Jonas Valanciunas and Jeff Teague in 2 seconds. See, that's not a bad trade. You know what? If the goal is to make the playoffs this season, Kevin Love helps that 100%. A team of Trae Young, Klay Thompson, OG, Kevin Love, and Clint Capella as a starter 5 at the moment. I think this is a playoff team. Then off the bench, you have Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo, Ben McLemore, Luke Cornett, and Chris Silva. The bench is trash. Doing a rebuild without trading a bunch of picks is very interesting. But the goal, again, it's not to win a championship year number 1. It's just
oh my god.
And I think right now, you give me a pick.
That is definitely a moment I'm putting in fucking
right now we're going to have a good enough team to do that. Point guard's position, we're good. Shooting guard can use some help. Okay, a lot of these positions can use some help. So give me a second. My seconds don't mean anything to me, so I'm going to trade for Reggie Jackson, make Reggie Jackson the 2. He'll be our backup shooting guard. Bow. And that might be the last trade we do. And I just run a 9-man. Coach Kenny Beecham, his first year as a head coach. He's got some shooting. He's got a magnificent juice shooting on his team. We got some defense. First game of the season is a win. And Trae Young did his thing. You know what? I'm making Trae Young a number 1 option in everything. Let's have Trae Young make an all-NBA team and do all of ththose things. Playoffs year number 1. Worst case scenario is that we get to the All-Star break and we're not good enough to make the playoffs, but that looks like a likelihood now because we're 5-0. Season's wrapped. Luka plays for the Trailblazers and he won an MVP. Jonte, Marquise Chris, Giannis, Anthony Melton, and Frank Vogel. We won 49 games, and that is going to be enough to make the playoffs, and that's the only thing we wanted to do to start off with. Trae Young ended up making an all-NBA third team, averaging 29-9, and that's what we like to see. Have our young guys getting better. Okay, interesting. We are the 1 seed, too. Not only did we make the playoffs, we are the 1 seed. We don't want to spend too much time on the playoffs just because that's not what this challenge is about. We made it, so we're 1 for 22. And saying that aloud makes me like, man, why did I decide to do this challenge? We're in the finals, and we won it. Hey. All right, thanks, Trae Young. Thank you for helping us win the championship in the first year. We need 5 of those, and we got 1 done in the first year. And again, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to win it year number 1, but we did, and I'm happy about it. So here we are going to the
I'll be able to make rebuilds, and it looks like now, actually.
So we made a trade with Sacramento.
So scrapped.
And it was top 5. I think it was top 10 protected. They jumped all the way up to the first overall.
Boom! That was nearly a fucking yam.
Unprotected. It would have been our pick. But next year it is unprotected because this year it wasn't. So yeah, we don't have the number 1 pick like we thought we could have. But I think it's time to start to make some trades, and trading away Kevin Love is like thing number 1. What type of draft class are we looking at? Because point guard was a drafting staff, 17 badges. Oh, Wilfred Alston, that might be a guy from England that we should trade up to select, honestly. It's going to be drafting stash, and then 6'6", we can run shooting guard. Y'all got a good roster. You know what you can use? Kevin Love. You want Kevin Love? Because I can get you Kevin Love. They say no. But we have the 30th overall pick. They say no. Who else do we have? Okay, who do we have in the contract? Clint Capella? I'm not trading away Clint Capella as well, but not at this moment. Clint Capella's a cool center jab right now. I'm not trading away Klay Thompson in this trade. I will give you this Suns pick that is lottery protected for the future. I will give you my pick for 2025 because I know we're going to be good then. And then I'll throw...
Yeah, I'll start my series, or my league with the Pacers once my career is done. So it'll be a while before that drops, but...
I traded up for the first overall pick because I really do think this guy's going to be generational talent for us. Him and Trae Young in the backcourt is going to work out well. Klay Thompson's the next guy that has to be moved. I like a trade like this. We get younger. I don't want to throw away this pick, though. So if I can somehow do this trade, you can keep Julius Randle, please. Actually, I don't want any part of Julius Randle. But if I could do straight up Klay for Jaylen Brown, I would do that. Move Jaylen Brown to the 3, and now we got this crazy 1 through 3. Move Ben Simmons to like the 4, and they'll give us a pick. Ben Simmons just made an All-NBA team on top of that. Move Ben Simmons to the... I'm making the Ben Simmons trade, and they're giving us a pick. I'm sorry. Klay Thompson, thank you for helping us win the championship, but we have to do what's best for our team in the future, and you 31 years old doesn't really help us for the future. So we have Ben Simmons, we have Trae Young, we have Clint Capella, are the only players on the roster as of right now. And then we're going to go to the draft. We're going to take, I think his name was Wilfred something. He's going to be a draft stash, and the next year, he's going to be fired. Indiana Pacers on the clock. We are selecting Wilfred Alston out of England. I don't know how many English NBA players. I think OG Anunoby type plays an English NBA player. He was on our team this year. So everything is looking great, magnificent. We're going to lose OG Anunoby because they are offering him, I think it's the Trailblazers or the Timberwolves or something. 2 years, 46. I can't match that. I'm sorry. Good luck. Good luck, my guy. I did try to throw my offers at the big name free agents. None of them came. It's fine. We brought in Josh Richardson, Goran Dragic on a 1-year deal, Davis Bertans on a 1-year deal, and I think that's how I'm going to start doing things every single year. It's basically getting hired guns. You're going to come in, you're going to perform for us for a season, potentially win a championship, make the playoffs every year, of course, and then you can go on.